You know, I said I wasn't gonna make a video today. You guys didn't hear that. I said it to myself. But the only way this engine's gonna get tore apart is if I get out here and do it. And like I said last video, you gotta just, if you got no motivation, you just push through it. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna see how far I get tonight. Basically, I'm gonna undress it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna work on the exhaust side, get the turbo and stuff off, get the motor mount off, get the coolant inlet there where the thermostat housing is, get the water pump off, basically get all the coolant hoses off. You have the top radiator hose that comes through here, around back, a couple other hoses here, and then what I'm going to do is work around to the intake side, get the alternator off, get all the accessories off. I think it's just the alternator left. Yeah, the alternator and the water pump. But that's coming off when I work on the exhaust side. Get the intake off, and then we'll start from the top down. We'll get the valve cover off, get the cams out, get the timing cover off, get all these pulleys off, and expose the timing components, get the timing chain off, get the oil pan off, get the secondary oil pan off, or the girdle. And then, yeah, we're just gonna keep working through it. So I'm gonna try not to make a freaking mess all over the floor. And I really would love to have one of those oil drip trays. That would be awesome for an engine lift, because it has bumped out in the middle and then it has two trays on each side of it. Because no matter how much you try to drain this block, as soon as you pull the head off and tip it upside down to loosen your mains and rods, you have a mess everywhere because the water jackets still have a little bit of coolant in there. But we do our best not to make a mess. I'm going to set you up another time lapse again, and I'm going to work through this engine and get the accessories off. Obviously, it's on the engine stand already. I got the clutch off, the flywheel, the pressure plate, all that. The clutch is actually in good shape. I was really surprised. This is like the fourth year for this clutch. I put this clutch in it when I put a new flywheel in it, new used, but see, it's pretty good meat on there. This was an ACT clutch, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe I lied to you. Maybe it was just a stock clutch, but this clutch has taken some abuse. There's a part number in here somewhere, HD162, made in Korea. It has a name on there, PHC, no idea. I can't remember what brand that is, but even the pressure plate and flywheel look, I mean, you could tell they've, well, okay, maybe I lied. Pressure plate's definitely been super hot, okay? We're not gonna try to sugarcoat the truth here. But other than that, I mean, I've done second gear burnouts on that clutch with this, you know, setup, and the clutch always holds. That's surprising, but all right, we're gonna work through this together. So here we go.
Terrifying territories, I can't take it. 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 Terrif Creepy little, sneaky little foreign places. Terrifying territories I can't take it.
when I put this together the last time. Finding this piece here, this brace on the front of the cams, impossible to find because apparently it's engine specific. And this one, it's actually broke. You'll see as soon as I pull this off, it's split completely in two. And I pondered on it. I reached out to everybody that I knew to reach out to, and it was all dead ends. They said it's engine specific, or cam specific, I should say. So I'm like, well, we'll just see what happens. So I threw it back in. Both pieces were broke, but here, I'll show you. So this piece and this piece are completely separate, but it's got bolts to hold them in place. You know, what the heck? I don't really see anything obvious. I don't know what cylinder let loose, because last time I did a compression check and I didn't this time because I knew what had happened. Walls look great still. I mean, they should. It's literally still a brand new motor. It didn't push a head gasket, that's for sure. It was oil smoke. So let's spin it around and just see how they look. I mean, it still feels really good too. We won't know until we pull them out. And that's where this video is going to end. Oh, got you guys on a cliffhanger now, don't I? Yeah, my goal tonight was to get the head off just to see, you know, what's going on. Plus we got a pile of parts on the floor. But in the next video, we will turn this thing upside down. We'll pull the oil pan off and the girdle, and we'll start pulling rods and pistons out and see which one of you let go. I already had a hell of a time with the engine. You know, things just weren't making sense to me, and the specs are way off, and so. Oh, and I bought the wrong gasket kit, didn't even know it. Well, some of the things didn't fit. Okay, I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. Well, they make a 2.0 NA, and they make a 2.0 turbo, which obviously came in the Genesis coupes and other vehicles, but put the engine back in the car, primed the fuel system, primed the oil system, and fired it up, and it was pouring oil out of the back of the engine. I'm like, what the hell? Long story short, it was the wrong head gasket. So in the car, I pulled the head off, put the right head gasket on, and then put it back together, and then drove it 2,000 miles, and that blew up. They were stock pistons with new rings. I figured, oh, that'll get me by. Well, I know how my right foot likes to be sometimes, and yeah, the ring gap was wrong. That is my 100% assumption of what happened to this engine. So we're gonna tear it all down again. I love to see how the rod and main bearings held up, because personally I've never done rods and mains by myself. I've always had help. So I did these ones by myself and it ran great. It had great oil pressure, no knocks obviously, and ran a bunch of boost through it. And that was it. I did put stronger rods in it. It's got stronger rods, stock pistons, because that's the rods I had laying around. And Tim from the Gen Coupe store, I ordered BK1 rod bolts and BK2 rod bolts because BK2 rods are supposed to be stronger than BK1. And a lot of times you can get away with, you know, if you want to build your engine on a budget, you can put BK2 rods in the BK1 block and, you know, it can handle a little more abuse. Well, both bolts between the BK1 and BK2, which the BK2 is 2013 to 2016, I believe, I think. Both rod bolts did not fit the rods that are in here. So I sent pictures of the rod. I sent pictures of a rod to Tim, and he knew what rod bolts to get for me. So I shipped both packages back from BK1 and BK2, and then he sent me the right bolts, and they're set. The floodgates of hell have opened, I see. But anyway, the rod bolts are a lot bigger than BK1 or 2. And he said that these rods, if they are what he thinks they are stronger than BK2. So, we're covered on rods. Now, when I rebuilt this the first time, I actually had a bent rod. Looked like that. 2 bent rods, actually. Didn't even know it. But when you're cramming that much boost and trying to go fast on stock engine, I'm just thankful that it didn't break and then, you know, have external combustion. So that's where we made it. That's where we landed tonight. I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. I got what I wanted to do off tonight, and tomorrow's little project will be the bottom end and pulling the rods and pistons out. All right, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see all of you in part 3.